I'm Patsy, and this is my story, or at least a condensed version of it. My addiction was probably to painkillers first, and then it went on to like party drugs and all the rest of the stuff, Ken. And then there was prescription like methadone and all that kind of stuff, and basically I would have taken anything. And so probably about 10 years of just occasionally and then just every day. And I ended up, I just took about anything. Just swapped one for another. I suppose I just took anything that was put in front of me, I was just putting my prescription and still buying extra, basically took just about anything, and there was a time when it was good and I was partying, and I suppose I was saying, I'll no take that drug because I'd probably be the one to die, and I'd still go in and take it. There was a lot of speed, eckies, and you name it, all the party scene drugs and all that. By the end of it, I wasn't functioning. I had to run to a chemist every morning to get my prescription. Then it was constantly looking or trying to buy something to see what else I could get and keep me together, because at that stage the prescription wasn't helping anymore, wasn't holding me together, and the daily routine would just be getting up in the morning, first stop at the chemist, then trying to see what else I could get. And that was on a good day when I had money. If I didn't have money, then I'd probably just get my prescription and go home and lie on the sofa and watch the daytime telly again. That was the end of my using, where I had nothing. The tipping point for my recovery was when my youngest son drank my methadone and he died and he had to be brought back to life. I suppose that wasn't enough to stop me using, but then I went to all these different agencies like the CDPS and the Castle Project, Simpson House, quite a lot of agencies. I went for help because I knew I needed help. I just didn't care what was wrong with me. I think it was the CDPS who told me about NA, and by that time I'd lost my bearings and my family were no talking to me, and all the other stuff that goes along with it. And so I'd be in the house by myself, and then I went along to NA, and I was hearing, you're the most important person in the room, and it must have taken them a wee while to get going to meetings and falling off chairs and trying to cut it down, and then thinking, this is it, I'm not going to use again, but not really realising what it was I was suffering from. Then I heard about a treatment centre, and I waited about 6 months for getting in there, and I have to say it's the best thing I've ever done. So I went into LEAP for 12 weeks, and they take you to NA meetings through all your time there, and I graduated from there, and as soon as I was out, I went straight to NA and followed all the suggestions. Even though I was petrified, I was caught up in all the anxiety, I didn't really know about me and who I was, and it was really hard. But with the support of the fellowship, I started getting it together. Good things started to happen, and I got my kids back, and I learned I could play football at 30 years old, and my family started talking to me. They actually look at me now and say, wow, what a transformation, and being able to do stuff for them now without wanting anything from them or trying to steal from them or take their drugs, all the stuff that goes along with it, all the stuff that I didn't want to be doing, but it just goes along with drugs, all that stuff that you didn't want to do because the drugs were more important. So now they're asking me to go places with them and do stuff for them, and I don't want anything in return. And me staying clean one day at a time is all that they want and all they ask, basically. Basically, I can be there today, whereas before I couldn't. What sustains my recovery is by following the recovery programme from NE and getting a sponsor. That one person that I can speak to about anything that's going for me whatsoever. I've also got friends in NE, and I know I can pick up the phone to them at any time and share stuff with them because they suffer too and they've been through it all, so they understand. And they're just there for each other. I mean, that's what my recovery is, and also the Serenity Cafe. And the people in here, it's a place of safety and a place to come where there's no going to be drink and drugs, and you get all the help and support you need. You know, simple things like I paid a bill, and you know you can come in here and they can help you. And I mean, the recovery network now is massive. And I'm glad, because I never knew nothing about it before, and you know, previously before going to all these agencies, so it's a much better way of life now. One thing that is really different is I'm alive. I'm really alive now because I was spiritually dead. I'm now actually alive spiritually because I was dead inside. I was crumbling and I had a feeling of, oh my God, I need to change, but I don't know what I want to change or how to change. But it's been the best thing that ever happened to me. Now I'm not walking about and just wondering, even my eyes are open. I'm not walking about dead inside. I'm actually here and alive and actually feeling stuff, which is massive because for years and years I didn't feel anything. So, just being alive is the best thing.